Hi, guys. Welcome to the Lotus Lounge here on the Meetme app. My name is Top Badge Uma B 1111, and I am so happy to bring you a new show that we call Love in the Online World. I have a co host. Her name is Mrs. Lost Fox here on Meet Me. And we have some couples that we're going to be talking to tonight that are going to talk about their stories dating, online, long distance, living together, and definitely being with a streamer. So, if you don't know what a streamer is, it's somebody like me who is on these apps and we do live streams and have talk shows, and we are something of a small social media personality that has its own trials and tribulations. And then when you bring love into the mix, it is something amazingly difficult and complex. But love always wins. So we're going to be talking to a couple of people tonight, including myself. And we're going to be sharing about what it's like to love in the modern online world. First up, we have our first couple. They go by the names of Kelly and Wild West here on the Meet Me app. If you guys are watching us live, please feel free to hit them with a fave, send them some gifts. We really appreciate the support while we do our show. Kelly and Wild West are in a long distance relationship that I will let them tell you more about. And they are both live streamers. So I can't wait to hear what they have to say about dating in this complicated, mixed up, modern online world. Can you guys please put some clapping hand emojis in the comments and welcome in my two dear friends and two wonderful streamers and people, Kelly and Wild West.
Oh, hi.
Hi! Oh my God, you look so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, buddy.
Yo,
How you doing?
hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, welcome in, guys. I'm so excited to have you guys here. I think you guys are one of my favorite couples here on streams. So, who would like to go first to give us just a little bit about your backstory, about how you guys met, how long you guys have been dating, what's it been like, and then we'll jump in with the questions afterwards.
Okay. Me or you?
You.
Oh my God.
Women
Okay.
first.
It's a pleasure to be here. You know that I love you, Ma. We love you, definitely. And I started to stream for about 3 years ago, not in Meet Me, in the end of the pandemic, right? There's a lot of stuff that's happening, and a lot of people lost their jobs,
Right.
and in that time, the internet was the only thing that we can do because nobody's hiding anybody. And
Right.
I have a friend that she says, why don't you stream? You speak English, you know how to talk to people, and you like to talk about positivity stuffs and all those stuff. So why don't you try? And I try and work it. And but I don't have any intention to fall in love, right? With just
Hmm.
entertainment and making stream and all those stuffs. And I came to Meet Me with a friend that she told me about Meet Me, and I started to make stream. And like about I think 6 months after or 5 months after that I was here, I saw West in another stream, and he was talking about animals and all those stuffs around that I like a lot. And but was that right? I just saw him. And in another day I have a friend that he said to me that actually, I'm sorry, before this that I saw him, I have a friend that in 2 months that I was in Meet Me, he make a fave. He went to a fave party. He was a
Yep.
DJ, and he says, "I'm gonna put some music there. Why don't you come and try to get people to know you and come?" And okay, and I went there, and I have no idea that was Wes Stream. I don't know him, right? And I said, I don't want to stay here. I don't know anybody. I'm not gonna fave. I don't know these people. I was like with a little, right, a little,
Right.
and I just stayed there for 5 minutes. I didn't know that him. I didn't know him. And after that, about 2 months after that, I saw him in this girl stream talking about animals, and I be, wow, this is nice. I like that. He talk about rescue animals, and I love that, right?
Yeah.
And after that, uh, I saw him in his stream. I went to his stream really fast, and he followed me back, and he says, "Oh, one day we can battle and all those stuffs." And one day we battle, and we start to talk to each other like we know each other for years, right?
Oh.
And I start to joke with him and say stuff. I remember there was a friend called Shadow, and she said, "Do you know who you're talking about? How you dare to talk like that? He's Wild West." And I said, "Who?" I said,
Stop it.
Wow, did you know all of this?
yeah, and I didn't know, and I said, "But he's a man, okay? He's a human like me. I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong?" And we were
Right.
joking all the time. It was really softy. And after that, we start to talk more, like in the streams, in the stream. And I asked him about the animals stuffs and that, and we follow each other in Instagram, and we start to talking, and just that. And like I don't know, I think 1 month after, I have an auction, and I send to my friends, right, the invite to go to the auction.
Yeah.
And I said to him, if you can be there, I will love that. But if you can, I completely understand, la la la. And he went to the auction, and he win me.
Oh, I got so many
And
questions for Wes. I got so many questions.
and after that, we keep talking, and naturally we sharing a common interesting, right? And we are here 1 year after.
Thank you, something. A year. You guys have been doing long distance for a year. That's
A
amazing.
year, a year, a year this week, actually.
Yes,
And it's
Saturday
our
we're gonna
birthday stream.
celebrate my birthday and 1 year of relationship.
Oh my God,
What
guys.
she forgot, what she forgot about the auction, right, is
uh
I won it. I gave it to her top gifter, the
yeah,
name change,
the name
because
change.
he didn't know what to do in an auction.
Right.
So out of respect for her gifters, I gave it to his. You give Kelly a name
Oh,
change.
Yeah,
I just came there to support. That's all. I'm
yeah,
not after. Uma, you know me. I'm not after cloud here. I'm not after all that.
yeah.
well, we
I
have a
don't
couple of
care.
questions though. So,
Okay.
Yep.
what when you went to the auction at that time, Wild, were you like when did you find yourself attracted to Kelly, like maybe interested in, hey, I want to talk to this girl, I want to date her?
The smile. The smile is what
The,
caught
the,
me.
the first minute you met her, you kind of fell
That's
in
what I
love?
told her. She can tell you. She said when I was talking to her on Instagram, I said, "Hey, you know what I like about you?" And she said, "Here we go,
Yeah, was in
another
the
guy."
battle. Was not in Instagram yet. Was in the
Okay,
battle. He
Kelly
says,
remembers.
Kelly, can I say something to you if you don't mind? When he said, if you don't mind, I'm Brazilian, right?
Yes.
And we know what guys used to say about Brazilian girls and all this stuff. And I say, okay, here we go again. He's gonna talk about carnival or other
Yes.
stuffs or body. And okay, you can say, uh-huh. And he said, you have the most beautiful smile that I ever seen in my life. And I
Oh.
and I this surprised me, right? Because I didn't expect that. I really expect something really bad.
Yeah.
And I say thank you. And this is like I I just start to see him with the eyes like, this is nice. He's respectful, a respectful person, and I like that. Right?
Love
Was
is in
like
the
that.
air. All right. What questions do you guys have for Kelly and Wes? I have my own questions for sure, but if you guys can start putting questions in the comments, and I will include it in the conversation. My biggest question to both of you
Thank you.
is, what do you see so far is the biggest challenge in two questions really? What is the biggest long distance challenge for you guys, and what is the biggest streaming um for thing for you guys?
Okay,
Oh,
say
I'll
you
take.
first. Say you first.
I'll.
I talk a lot
Yeah, I'll take.
already.
I'll take this.
Okay.
The biggest long distance challenge is with Kelly. There's a lot for us to meet. There's a lot we have to go through for
Okay.
the countries and all that, the visas, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff we got to go through,
And it's after
right?
the
And I'm
pandemic,
already,
so things got even
Yeah,
harder.
yeah,
Americans now have to have visa to enter in Brazil. Before didn't
yeah,
need it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what is
and
the biggest streaming challenge?
oh, people that I'm going to be honest with you. When Kelly and I were in our first month or 2 months together,
Mm-hmm.
I got cornered. Somebody asked me to go to their stream to help them out. I got cornered by three girls, basically saying, "Why are you with this girl? What are you doing with this girl? Why?" I'm like, "It's none of your fucking business. I'm sorry, but it has
It's not.
nothing to do with
It's
you."
none of your business. I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah,
That is
Was
a big thing on streams. Don't you guys find like there, as much as we are the entertainers for people by our streams, there's a lot of people that are very invested in your life. Do you feel?
yeah. And that's what you're going to have to deal with when you do things on the stream. You're going to deal with haters, right? And
yeah,
people that want to interrupt. And as long as you got that strong bond, they're not going to
yeah,
come and I have honest conversations. I'm very transparent with Kelly. Very transparent.
I
If I
think
go
that's
to
because you
somebody's stream,
you both are air signs because you're an Aquarius, right? And Kelly's a
yep.
Gemini. Um,
Gemini.
yeah, I know. I'm always gonna go to astrology, and I love because the air signs have that intellectual connection, and they
Hmm.
really can just say what you mean what you say, and my feelings aren't gonna get hurt, and we'll figure this out. That's kind of like the energy of air signs, and I love it. I love to see it.
Yeah.
We do have questions in the comments. The first question is, Kelly, how did he ask you to be his girlfriend?
Um. Actually, he in the beginning, he just we just start to talk about plans in life, right? What we used to like, and naturally we start to how can I say that in English? Was naturally we are involved to each other because we start to talk to each other and call each other, and how was your day, what are you doing, and we start to talk about life, about old relations and all those stuffs. And it was like, really, it was not fast because I already know him like 2 months, I
Yeah.
think, or three. But was naturally we want to talk more and share more our lives, right? And I remember that he said, okay, so we are can we do you want to be my girlfriend? And then I said, okay.
You know what I did? I said, remember when we were growing up, the notes, do you
The
want to be my
note,
girlfriend? Yes
yes
or
or no?
no? Check the
Yeah,
box. I sent it to Brazil. I sent a
yeah.
letter to Brazil. No, that didn't happen. I'm
No,
fucking with
if you
you.
send it
Oh my
to
God.
Instagram,
That
stop
would have
it.
been so
No.
romantic. That would have,
Will be wonderful, but he didn't.
okay.
And me as before I streamed, I was a big gifter, right? I
Yeah.
was a huge gifter, and I tested out Kelly. I did her auction, yes. Then I would go to her stream, and I wouldn't drop nothing but maybe fives here and there and all that. I did that for almost a month. I was testing her out to see, was she truly who she was, right? And
You
she never
probably,
questioned it. She never questioned anything. She enjoyed me being in her stream, and
yeah.
that's what I liked. And after that month, I gave it that month, and then I started bombing her.
And it's
He's
that's a
he's
big
he's
thing for
funny.
you,
He's
right?
like company. I like that, right? We
Right.
are Jim.
Yeah.
Like I'm Gemini. I like to talk. I like to have good conversations,
Facts.
and he have that. He have sense of humor. Sometimes I don't understand his jokes, and he says American joke, and I said I don't care. You have to explain me.
I want to laugh too, right?
Yeah, but normally he have an amazing sense of humor, and I like that. And he's gentleman. He's always nice, and that's what. And he's smart, right? He don't speak bullshit for nothing, right? He nice
Yeah.
to have a good conversations, and sometimes we want that, right? We deal
Hmm.
with so bullshit, and sometimes we want to talk softy and intelligent conversations. So I think was what attracted me. I want to say something before. He's you ask what is more difficult.
Mhm.
To me, I'm a little needed person.
A
So
needy? Yeah.
yeah, needy, and I will love to have to someone to hug, and sometimes I want to smell,
Yeah.
this kind of stuff that I know that he far away from me. This is hard,
Yes.
right? Because you
The
want to
physical touch.
touch.
Yeah.
Yes, this is really hard. And sometimes he went from the shower and I said, oh my god, you probably so smelling so good, and I can't. I can feel the smell. Oh my god, it's that. I
I'm
think
And
it's
what's
scared
what's
about the
really
smell thing because that's the thing with me. I'm always smelling my man.
yeah. Oh, it's so
Okay.
good.
and
Okay.
what's
I
really cool is I've met her family, her sons. She's
yeah.
met
Oh,
my family.
By
And
video, yeah.
it's
no, babe,
really
I got
really
I got
cool.
coffee. So we have another question for you guys. Something said, did you guys meet in person?
No,
No, not
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 yet.
yet.
yet. Not yet.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Because
I
of the
said, we got
situation.
we got some things. We got some things we got to take care
Thank
of.
you.
Yeah. About the
We've
visa
got to.
stuff.
Rose,
Hey!
big Rose, how are you,
Rose, you
brother?
should be on this show with me.
No, no. I would have never signed
Oh,
up for everything else she could sign me up for. Like sometimes she like, you gonna do West Party? Sign me up. Love conversations?
love you, brother.
Don't sign me up.
Man, I
I
love Big
love
Rose.
y'all though, but don't sign me up.
Big Rose.
All right, baby. I'm gonna speak for both of us. Hi, Mr. Perfect. Welcome in. All right. So, what questions do you guys have for Kelly
Mr.
and
Perfect.
Wes before we let them out the box? But guys, when we let you out the box, please don't go too far because at the end, after Wilma and Stacy talk about their stories, I'm gonna bring all of you guys back in for a Q&A. I'm gonna ask random questions about different things and see how you guys respond. Okay?
I can say another thing that I like in
Yes.
him, that
Absolutely.
he likes to drink like me. I like to drink, right? And I can tell you, a man in Brazil, they are very I don't know this word in English, but is a man way, right? So sometimes they think that woman cannot drink, woman
Oh,
cannot do that, and that. I don't know the word in English,
yes.
but and they like, and he says we're gonna drink together. What is this? Is bullshit, and this is okay. Oh, thank God, someone that understands me.
I know,
Well,
right? Like it's good to have that drinking partner with yourself.
here's the one thing I've always said to Kelly is I don't want you walking behind me. I don't want you walking in front of me. I want you walking beside me. Period.
Yes.
Period. That's how I
Partnership.
want. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been in relationships where it's been, I've had very alpha marriages
yeah,
that, yeah, they didn't even like me to open the door for them and yelled at me. And I'm like, this is what my mama taught me to do. I'm going to
crazy,
open the
right?
door for you. I don't
Right.
care if you like it or not. I'm going to do it. This is how I grew up, right? And Kelly's just amazing.
Aw. Well, guys, I appreciate you guys so much sharing your personal story with us here. We definitely have more questions for you guys. But if you guys can jump out of the boxes, and I'm going to ask Wilma and Stacy to come in. Now we're
Thank
going to
you
talk
so
to
much.
You're welcome. And don't forget, I'm going to be, this is all recorded to YouTube. So I'm going to give you guys the link so you can share to your people so they can hear about your stories too. Okay. So, welcome in everybody. This is Love in an Online World. And we just heard from Wild West and Kelly talking about dating long distance and dating streamers and the trials and tribulations and the joys and benefits that come from that. Now we're going to have Wilma and Stacy request the box. They are also streamers and they have relationships with men that they are living with. So they are past the long distance stage, they're past the getting to know you stage. They're actually like full couples that live together, and we're going to hear from them. So could we please get Wilma and Stacy in the box? Could we have some clapping hand emojis, guys, to welcome these ladies in? And remember, these guys are shy, all right? So please let them into the box. All right, it's a good thing I have my my second device recording this because I see nothing on my screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't see you guys on my screen at all. In fact, I want to ask you guys if you could jump out and jump back in because I really want to see your beautiful faces. I could see Stacy's. I know Wilma's like, nope, not today. All right, let's try this again. The app, guys, has been glitching all day today, so we'll make it work. All right, now we have Stacy, Wilma, and Adam. You guys go ahead, please welcome in everybody. Put some clapping hand emojis in the comments. So, Wilma and Stacy and Mr. Stacy.
That's Leno.
All right, let's go ahead and have you, Stacy, talk about your story, about how you met your person, how long you guys dated before you decided to move in together. Give us any information you can. I'm going to ask Wilma and Adam the same thing. And then I have specific questions to you guys because you guys live together. Okay. So that's why I wanted you guys to come in together.
Okay. So we met in my stream almost a year ago next month.
Okay.
I don't know. I really don't. I am shy when it comes to this. I don't know why. Maybe I should have had a drink or something.
You're doing fine. Think about all the people you're helping who want to know what's it like to date an online person or an online streamer.
Well, I don't really stream a whole lot anymore. I do more supporting other streams if possible, and talking to my friends and stuff really online. And sometimes I stream when I'm bored at work. Sounds weird, but I do. It gets boring behind a computer.
How long did you guys date before, or how long were you guys talking before you started dating?
Um, maybe like, um, maybe like 3 weeks.
Okay. And what made you decide to
Hold
be
on
in
a
a
minute.
relationship?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
What made you decide to be in a relationship?
We were both looking for a relationship for one. We got along well. We just hit it off real well. So, I don't know, attraction,
Okay.
maybe.
And how did you guys did he ask you to be in a relationship? Did you ask him?
He did, and I was like, "Wow, that's so cute." He's like, "It was like actually, it really was after like the first week of us really kind of going back and forth and seeing each other. It's the second week." He's like, "Would you want to be my girlfriend?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I haven't been asked that since I was a child or like a teenager." I said, "That's awesome." I'm like, "Yes." So we actually started on June 18th, which is my brother's birthday, and it was Father's Day.
Okay. And what made you guys decide to move in together? How did you guys get to move in?
Well, he lived like 3 hours away. Wait, yeah. And so it was getting really expensive, all that traveling. We both were wanting to, move on with our life and start a life together. So that's what we did. We have a 11-year age difference. I'm older.
Ooh, oh, I got so many questions about that.
Yeah, he's
Okay, so 11
37.
years.
I'm 48.
Okay,
So
11 years age difference. All right, good. And so he moved in with you. how did you guys decide for him to move in with you instead of you moving in with
You
him?
can have the M&Ms. Jeez, they're not gonna leave me alone until I tell him he can have the M&Ms. Sorry. Okay, now what?
How did you guys decide that he would move in with you or not you moving in with him?
Oh, because he was living in a hotel, so I wasn't moving in there.
Right, of course. Okay, that makes sense.
And I've been in my apartment for 5 years, so
Just made sense.
right.
And how has it been, you guys living together, streaming, working, life?
It's been good. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, just like everyone else. Stupid fights over dumb things, and then you look at each other and say, "I'm so sorry, that was stupid." Hours later, sometimes hours later. But
Right.
you know, he's a Gemini and I'm a Scorpio, and we're very different signs, I shall say, and we both live very different lives. So we have a lot of adapting to each other.
Okay. What would you say is your biggest challenge in this relationship?
That's a tough one. Um, Probably really just getting to know each other's likes and dislikes
Yeah.
has been a challenge. I mean, that sometimes takes years. Sometimes people that are married for 30 years still don't know what the other person likes or don't
It's
like.
like it is. It's like unwrapping a gift every day.
Right.
you,
It's
you
an
don't know what
onion.
you're gonna get.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Stacy, for sharing with us. But stay in the box because we're going to talk to Wilma and Adam. And then, guys, if you're in the chat and you're watching, please put questions in the comments for Stacy, for Adam, for Wilma. Remember, these are people that are living together. All right. All right. So, Wilma, Adam, welcome in. Mr. and Mrs. Lost Box here on the Meet Me app. So happy to have you guys. Who would like to start telling us about their relationship? And guys, please remember, please, if you can, send me People's Choice Award gifts. I really need those People Choice Award gifts to move up in the competition. Thank you, Wild. I appreciate you.
Okay, so what was the first question?
Can you mute me?
Yes.
Thank you.
So tell us about your relationship.
Like how it started
Yeah, how it
or how it is?
started.
Okay. So I was streaming before on this app on a different account, and Adam came into my live. I greeted him. He didn't say nothing, just any other person. And then I think a few weeks later he hit the DMs, and at that point I was on and off the app, so it was taking a while for us to talk. And then I eventually was like, look, if you have social media, reach to me out in media and we could talk more. And we talked every day since, and then and here we are.
Well, okay. So how did you guys get into a relationship? Did Adam ask you like, "Hey, do you want to be my girlfriend?" Or thank you,
So
Wild.
what Adam did was he went on Facebook and set up, you know how you're in a relationship with whoever. He did that, and he's like, "Hey, when you're ready, go on Facebook and accept this." And I was like, "What?" So
So
it wasn't a choice.
that was his way of saying we're a couple.
Yeah, there was no choice. He's like, "You're mine. Accept this. Put it on your page. Let everyone know."
I love that. Adam, what made you decide like Wilma is it? Like Mrs. Lost Fox is it. This is who you want to be with.
Well, her personality, how she carries herself. Mm,
Um,
You th-
I don't know. There's just
it was
there's
just
just a lot.
it was just something about her.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been dating?
We've been dating for a year and a half. This 27th.
And you lived how long together?
Uh,
A year and 5 months.
yeah, 5 months.
Oh wow. So like basically after a month of dating, you guys moved in?
Yeah, it was. I met him, like we started talking. When we finally met, we 2 weeks later I met his family. A few days later at mine, and then he spent the night, and then he never went home.
So what were you guys ever afraid of, like, we're moving too fast or this might not be the one? Did that ever come up for you?
For me, I was single for a few months, and I was like working on me and myself. So like I didn't think it was gonna work into a relationship. Like I thought this was a friendship, someone to hang out with every day. But the heart and the soul said otherwise.
I love that. I love that. And guys, if you're probably looking at me on screen, you're like, why is Uma looking to the side? I can't see them in the box on my screen, so I have to use my other device to see them in the box is what I'm doing right here. All right, this is awesome. We have enough guys. I hope you have questions in the comments. We're going to invite in Kelly and Wild West again, and now it is Q&A time for the couples. Guys, don't let me down. What is your zodiac sign? Wilma and Adam, what is your zodiac sign?
Well, it's funny when Stacy said hers because I'm a Gemini and Adam's a Scorpio. So I was just like, ain't no way.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
they're like the opposites. They're the opposites. All right, where's Wild West and Kelly? Please request the box. And can we get some questions in the comments for our couples today? There we go. I see them now. Okay. All right, do we have everybody in the box? I could only see Stacy on my main screen. That's so wild. Are they in the box? No.
I don't see them. I hear Kelly.
Yeah, I can't even see it here. Hold on. Okay, we have everybody in the box. The first thing I want to ask each of you to answer is, what advice would you give someone who is thinking about online dating? Let's start with online dating first. I'm gonna
Okay.
unmute you, Stacy, so you can go ahead first, and then I'll mute you, and we'll go around the circle.
Why you make me go first? Uh, I don't know.
All right, we'll come back to you.
Yeah, come back to
Let's
me.
start with Wild West. What would be your advice to someone who wants to online date, but they're afraid of scammers or getting cheated on or stuff like that? You know?
And I can go back to what I did with Kelly, right? Is when I first came to, like I said, I won her auction. I gave it to her top gifter at the name change because he didn't know what he was doing. Then I went to her stream. I went to her stream and I didn't gift big. I only gifted fives and, maybe a rose here and there and this, that, and this, that. And I tested out to see if she was truly cared for me or she cared about the diamonds. And it come to find out she cared for me. So once I found I did that for a month, right? I didn't get big. I didn't get big at all.
Mm.
And then once I found out she was real, she's still talking to me. I've only given her a five. She's still talking to me, right?
So,
And that's a true, you got to be careful out here because people take advantage. I mean, people definitely take advantage, especially, I'm level 82. I come into somebody's stream and, oh my God, a level 82, and that's not, I support good people. That's all I do. I support people that take the time to invest in me. If they invest in me, I invest with them.
I love that. So your advice for people considering online dating is moderation in the beginning.
Correct.
Don't show
Correct.
all your cards. Don't give 100% of yourself. Test it out, see how they respond, and then move accordingly.
And don't come into I've seen it so many times. Don't come into a woman's stream. Hey, beautiful. Hey, this. Hey, that. Hey,
Yeah,
that is
so true.
okay. I tell Kelly all the time because when she's streaming, I'm on WhatsApp with her. I said, "Be ready. Get ready. Get ready because it's coming." I can
Yeah,
automatically see what they're doing, right?
facts.
This app can be crazy sometimes. It can be a headache sometimes, and
it's like a reality show in of itself. That's why I feel like we're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
be on TV in some shape, way, or form, because it's wild.
Just be, just be true. Just be true to who you are and support good people. That's all I can say.
I love
What?
that. Kelly, what about you?
Oh,
What is your advice to someone considering online dating?
I the same stuff that Wes said, but in the other side, I think people that normally streaming or go to the streams are someone that's trying to the most off, right? Trying to get off their reality. So some people are really needed, some people are fake. So to you see if that person that you went to the stream or you're talking is a person that is really doing something good for you, like a human, right? Because if you go to someone's stream and is trying to be start to be interesting, or I don't know, and that person take your peace out, right? Make you jealous, or trying to make you or bash you, or try to make you feel minus. It's not for you, right? So,
Hmm.
because in front of a screen, everybody can be who they want, and it's like a soap opera. There's a reality people, and there's a soap opera people. It's like you can see actors or you can see real people. So
Right.
trying to see first, trying to see who it is, if that person's really truly really wants you like a human and respect you, and wants to share with you. If you have to change this person, of course nobody's perfect. Of course everybody have problems, everybody have a baggage. We're not child anymore, everybody have relationships before. So when you come to meet someone, that person have to be bring something good to your life. If you
Right.
start to cry more, if you start to be stressful more, or if you try and this person not doing something really good to your happiness, just get out. It's not for you. There's a
Hmm.
30 billion people in the world, right? And I think is that respect and make you feel in peace and happy. I think is that. And
We're
it's not real the life. Sometimes there's a lot of marriage people in the streams
Yeah.
that say that are single, right? There's a lot
hmm
of guys that say a lot of stuffs, and like
Yes.
Wes say, be respectful. Women don't like that. Women don't like to you say that, oh, you have a body, you have a mouth. My God, where guys think that
Yeah,
women
like
like
who walks
that?
up in the street and say that?
Yeah,
yeah, you get your ass knocked out, right? I mean,
crazy. I think
It's
that. I think is that.
beautiful.
uh,
Thank you. All
I
right.
told I told I told one guy that came in there and said that to in Kelly's stream. I said, "Would you say that to your mama? Would
They,
you
I don't
want
think
somebody saying that to your mom?"
I don't think they think like that though. They really just say whatever just comes to mind.
Yeah.
It's wild. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Lost Box, same question. What advice would you give somebody who's considering online dating but they're afraid to start?
Um, I mean, they both said it all, but I mean, use caution before you start talking to people. Like, really test them and see how, especially if it's on here. Make a lurker, see how they move when you're around, and see how they move when you're not around, and make sure they're real with you because that's all you need. And you gotta stay true to yourself. Make sure they're good with you, and if their vibe doesn't match your vibe, get out of there.
That part, you got to match the
Yeah.
vibes. Mr. Box, did you want to contribute anything?
Nah, no.
Oh, one thing, make sure they know what boundaries are.
Yes,
Go. We're the
boundaries is
contest, guys.
everything.
Go ahead and send those People's Choice Awards. Thank you, something. Thank you. All right. Stacy, let me go ahead and unmute you. What would you advice you would give to online dating?
so like I try to do a lot of thinking in the midst of all this. And I don't know. I just say be yourself, be true to each other, and I don't know. Trust is a lot. So, and
Hmm.
I don't know. When it comes to online stuff, it can make things a little tricky. Let's-
Yeah, we're gonna get into that for sure. So, I want to offer the people in the comments, if you have questions for our lovely couples, please go ahead and put your questions in the comments now. And while we wait for that, I'm gonna ask each person here on the panel, do you have a question for another person in on this panel? Like Stacy, Wild West, Kelly, Mr. and Mrs. Fox. Do you have a question for each other?
Um, I have I have one for Stacy.
oh boy.
um, with your age gap, was everyone good with it? Did I know parents like your older say your parent approval don't really count that much, or maybe it does still. Did like your kids okay with it? Like you're okay with it? They're okay with it?
Oh
And
yeah,
you and your man are
everybody's
good?
good.
Nice.
No one cares. My parents are in their 70s, and he was actually married to an older woman before too. So I mean, it's always been his preference too. And I've generally dated younger men. I was married to an older man, but anyway, that's here that nor there. But um, sometimes I say the age difference, the age gap. I mean, like he's right in between me and my children. So like sometimes that we relate, he relates to them, and sometimes he relates to me. It's interesting to watch. Never really bad, but it's I don't know. So far, so good.
Okay. All right. Anybody else has a question for each other?
I have a question. You guys have intention to have kids, and did you make plans a long time after?
Can I answer? No.
Like us?
No.
You're not talking to me. I'm done with all that. I'm way too old for that.
Mr. and Mrs. Fox, do you guys have plans for kids?
We talked about it before, and we both do want them in the right time. I know everyone's like, "Oh, there's never a right time," and all that, but we just want to make sure we're a little financially more stable than we are now. And advice we got from our parents is wait a year. That way, we know we still want to be there, and make
Yeah.
sure that's the right move for us because we don't want to bring someone into the world and then boom, carry them separately.
I gotta say, because I've asked you guys that question before privately, and I am so amazed with the two of you because you guys are young, you're in your
Hmm.
late 20s, early 30s, and the way you guys are like just dating and moving along in your relationship, I just really, really am inspired, amazed. So I just had to tell you guys that because they're very, they have their head, they're good, like I say kids, they're not kids, but I'm older, and I just feel like they have their heads on their shoulders. And like for those of us that are over 40, we look back and we're like, I wish I could do so many things differently. And I'm like, I look at them, I'm like, oh, I wish I had that brain. I wish I had that brain. All right. My next question, and my question to all of you is, what would you say? You guys are all streamers, or you're dating a streamer, or you're living with a streamer, or you are a streamer. What would you say, as caution, as tips, as advice to people that are here watching that may be interested in a streamer or dating a streamer? Because we know it is a different lifestyle. It's much more different than just a regular relationship where you meet somebody in a bar and you live 20 minutes from each other. So whoever wants to just go ahead and jump in, what is the advice, tips, challenges of dating a streamer?
I would say, if you're dating a streamer and you're not streaming, like me and Adam stream together, so we really don't worry about it as much. But people who stream separately from their other significant other, I would say just have full trust in your person. Because if you don't, you're gonna be worrying about everybody they're talking to. That's gonna make you guys fight and clash all the time. Um,
That's a good point.
that'd be my
Hmm.
best advice. So yeah, be careful with that.
That is a really good point that you have to trust your person.
Mhm.
Right.
Now, have
Because
any of
we're
you
streaming
had,
and we're just having conversations. It's
yeah,
nothing that deep, you know.
have any of you
Where
had
people get to
people
know them.
try to get in between you and your person and like
Oh,
create distrust?
Oh
a
yeah.
thousand.
Oh
A
yeah.
thousand. Oh my God. They always will have, well, people are jealous, right? Because a stream is something that the most of people come to the streams and they want to talk and they want attention, and they feel like they making part of your life in the stream, right? You share some stuff. So how was your day? I did that. Oh, you should do that. You should. Oh, you didn't open. I was worried. So it's normal. People make part of your day by day, right? But when you with someone, is normal. We know we are human. We have blood in veins, right? And we jealous, right? I'm really jealous about Wes, and Wes is really jealous about me. Sorry, this is truly. Oh, is it toxic? No, it's not toxic because we make to each other, but it's not like higher. Is something that you care about that person, you want to protect, but cannot have a limit, right? You
Yeah.
cannot like let people, like you said, Uma, people want to be inside in the middle, and some people do that just to, right? It's not because they want only attention. Really, people, some people really want to screw up stuffs. There's a lot of bad people there that are jealous. So the thing that I will say is that if you a person that you really love that person, trust, like she says, but talk to your partner, say that is something that bothers you, and your partner should be understand you and you understand him. When both are streamers, they should understand each other and know that is a life that you have to deal with stuff, right? So but there's a
Well,
lot of people that do.
let me tell you, 90% of the fights Kelly and I've been in has been about a stream.
Yeah,
Yes.
Something with a stream. If we
Yes.
talk real life, we don't fight. We don't. If I'm talking to her about real life, and I tell Kel sometimes, I don't want to talk about the fucking stream.
yeah,
I don't want to talk
That's
about it.
that's my man. He would say that all the time. He's like, I don't want to talk about the streams. The streams are toxic. I don't want to talk about it. Is that
Yeah.
true for you too, Mr. and Mrs. Vox? If you do fight, it's really about streams.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are going to come in, they're going to do whatever they can. They're going to come on troll accounts. They know, they've been watching you and all that. They're going to come in and know pressure points, trigger points that's going to cause a problem. And it's why? Why waste your time?
Right.
yeah.
Stacy, what
And
about you?
What was the question?
If you guys, if you fight, you fight about streams.
Oh no, we really don't.
Okay.
Not about that. It's usually
Uma,
over something down.
I can tell you that sometimes you and Rose are our example,
Oh,
because I said to Wes, like, do you think Rose you do that to Yuma? Never. Yuma will not let. And he said, yeah, yeah, baby, you're right. Okay, I understand.
oh, I love that. Thank you.
And I say the same thing. I said, baby, do you think Uma would do that to Big Rose? It's not one way. It's not one
This is
way.
Oh my
true,
God.
Uma. This is truly. We talk that.
I'm gonna tell. He's gonna be so happy to hear that. I'm gonna tell him.
Uma, yeah, Uma, I'm going to say it. Anytime you ever need us, we'll 100% be behind you.
We love
100%.
you.
You and Big Rose, we love you to death. We definitely love
Oh,
you guys.
I
You guys
appreciate
are
it. I
amazing.
because and it's going back to that point. It's so important to have people who love you because we've had, our situations where people try to get in the middle. We've had men try to lie on Rose to me. Women lie on me to Rose to try to break us up.
Right.
So that's why I tell you guys all the time, your relationship comes first. Streaming is nice, streaming is fun, but your relationship comes first. You
See, he's
know?
streaming right now, but he's streaming video games, so
Oh,
it's
on
different.
Twitch. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
Something. Thank you. Do we have any questions for our panel? You guys are shy or sleeping? What's going on?
Who's here?
I know, right? Who's here? Well, don't worry. They're going to see it on the recording. I want to thank you guys. I think we're definitely going to have a part two. You know, we have so many things to go over, and you guys were so wonderful. So, yeah, look, something's like, yes, we definitely have to have a part two. And the next time that I do this, I'm going to come with like a set of questions that people want to know. I think people are shy in the comments and they do want to ask questions, but they're shy. So we'll give that to them. And you guys, please hit a fave on all the people in the box, send them gifts, show your support, go to their streams and show your support. And they are always available to talk to you about love, dating, relationships. Just go to their streams and get to know them and meet them that way. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for coming in and doing this show with me. I really appreciate all of you. And we are finally at the end of our show. But if you guys want to stay in and hang out and talk and stuff and more, we can absolutely do that. But for those of you watching on the recording, don't forget, we are all on the Meet Me app. Download the Meet Me app to your phone,
Thank you,
come to
back.
live streams, and you can search for any of our names, click favorite, and come check us out. You can be here in the stream with us and participate. All right, guys, thank you